Hello everyone, Master Ben here and welcome back to a new Star Citizen video and the start of a new series for this channel. Today I would like to discuss the Drake Mule and ask the question, what is the real point of it? Over the course of this video, let's take a look at the true uses of the Mule, how its design may have made it far less useful than advertised, and as the first dedicated support vehicle aimed at transporting to others and loading of larger ships, I think it has some fatal flaws that may impact this job. Before we begin, I want to make it clear I'm not hating on the Mule or Star Citizen. Vehicles like this are needed, but the logic behind this implementation doesn't add up to me. So please listen along and drop a comment with your opinion below, or if you are new, use my referral code to start you out in the verse. While I do not want to read directly off the store page, it's important we make clear in CIG's words what the Mule is made for. Whether you need to transport cargo over the roughest terrain possible, or load it into larger vessels and cargo decks, the Mule works, plain and simple. Is this really true? Let's start with the biggest selling point, loading ships with cargo. With the cargo refactor inbound, the need for moving boxes efficiently will be crucial for making the highest profit possible. And the Mule will be a great asset when it comes to moving boxes on the ground. But that's it, because the Mule has no crane or lift, making multi-layer loading impossible without either getting out of a ship to tractor beam the boxes or asking a friend to help. And while I'm sure some of you think this is fine and can be countered by simply employing your friend to tag along with a tractor beam to move boxes, let's remember that paying people costs money, and given the amount of time vehicles take to load cargo, you best hope the payout is extraordinary to beat bounty hunting or mining. When it comes to unloading, the Mule offers very little benefits again. Assuming you can fit the magnetic rails between stacks of boxes, you'll still need to get out and tractor beam the boxes off to a single layer height in order to do this. When we look at the rear cargo grabber, due to its wide profile, you will really struggle to grab corner boxes, especially within ships, and this means you could be risking potential cargo space. The final problem with this ship's loading capabilities is the positioning of the main cargo holders, one in the front and one behind. For anyone who works in logistics, this should set off immediate alarm bells. Forcing a driver to back in and out or turn on the dime for unloading makes life far more difficult and once again slows down the process. While I do not have a proper solution for this problem, if it was possible to put the cab on the front, thus allowing two boxes on the back to be next to each other, this would solve many problems embedded with its design. So now that we have the key disadvantage out of the way, let's discuss what the Mule does very well, and where I think it really will shine. Box missions. Now for the first time on this channel, box missions aren't actually a joke. What's the best way to get rid of 4 turrets stopping you from picking up a box? Well, it's a trick question really. Drive past them in the Mule. This is a superb use for this vehicle, as it can carry 6 boxes on the side, and possibly even more if you can purchase racks to put in the front and rear grabbers. The time saving and organisation that the Mule comes with will put it in good stead for all you box lovers. However, according to the Q&A, these large rugged tyres will not fare well off-road due to low ground clearance, so your mileage may vary here, who knows. Next up we have moving boxes between hangars. While this is speculation, in the future if we ever see tunnels or roads between persistent hangars, the small size of the Mule could allow you to easily drop off supplies to an augmate or even split loads between multiple ships. The biggest point I'm trying to make here is the Mule has great potential to move small loads of SCU from point A to point B, but not load it into a ship due to its severe limitations. This example could be applied to any capital ship. The Mule should be small enough to fit into an Idris or Kraken's cargo hold, find boxes and load these into smaller ships for transport. And yes, its large tyres could limit it here, but I think it will see some action. And finally, one of the biggest uses of the Mule is as an LTI token. At $45 non-war bond, you are purchasing one of the lowest costing items in the game, allowing for its greatest saving to build a CCU chain from. And if you need help making this change, hit subscribe for a video on this subject coming very soon. But remember, this is still $45 for a vehicle you probably do not want or do not need. So think wisely if you really need another LTI token. We just had the hover quads come out in early 2022 and we had the Spartan coming out at the end of 2021. Do you really need more LTI tokens? So to conclude, is the Mule the vehicle you must pick up to speed up your ship loading needs? Nope, not at all. If we treat the Mule just as a cargo loader, it is absolutely terrible because it relies on help from others. You either need a friend with a tractor beam to stack boxes or a crane built into the ship, in which case enjoy running between each station. If you love box missions and want to speed these up, then the Mule is for you. It's nippy, allows you to attach 6 boxes either from a tractor beam or manually, and doesn't get targeted by turrets. What more could you ask for? Except for rugged tyres, it seems, as you know, they aren't included. As an LTI token, you really can't go too far wrong. It's between the Spartan and the hoverquad in usability, so if you have some of these lying around, I would advise against getting even more. The Mule to me is an insight into what's coming next for Star Citizen. With the cargo refactor coming in the near future, more and more small loader ships will appear from forklifts to flatbeds. This to me feels like an early adopter's tax in this division of ground-based loaders. So for all you logistics lovers out there, hold strong and wait to see what's coming next. And if you're still watching at this point, thank you so much for seeing it through to the end. I know it's been a month since the last video, but I promise more is coming. However, I have to work around other schedules, of course. Leave me a comment below if you like this new type of video, and let me know if there's other ships you'd like to know about. And remember also, I'm still giving away 2 hoverquads when we get to 500 subscribers. At the time of recording this, we have just passed 400, so thank you so much to all of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button, and all you need to do is leave a comment on any of my Star Citizen videos to be entered.